Years ago, I met somebody in Barnes & Noble's. He was reading a book by Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You guys heard this book?
Yeah.
And I came up to him and I said, "Can I ask you a question?" He said, "Yeah, what's up?" "Do you keep your options open when it comes to making more money?" And he's holding this book. He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Great, I got something to show you." So I showed him this opportunity, and he got started. And I said, "Make a list of some people you know." He made a list of some people he knows. Called up a few. Some said yes, some said no. Called up one guy that he hasn't spoken to in years, named Mendy Burgerboy. Last time they saw each other, they were in California. But now, this guy, Mendy Burgerboy, lives in Montreal, Canada. He connected with him through Facebook. He called him up, and he said, "Oh, you live in Canada now? Ah, forget it. I was going to show you something, but it's not for you." Now, Mendy is a business analyst. He says, "What do you mean it's not for me? Let me see what you got." So Ariel sends Mendy the video. Mendy takes a look at it and says, "I got a few questions." So Ariel does exactly what I told him to do. Get him on the phone with me. I speak to Mendy. Next thing you know, he gets started in the business. Now Mendy has a little problem. He's from Montreal, Canada. How's he going to work the business? Well, his parents live in Chicago. So he calls up his parents. He says, "Mom, Dad, I need a list of 10 people that you know in Chicago." They give him a list of 10 people. One of those people is my good friend now, Yosef Ben-Zev, sitting right there. Yosef Ben-Zev is about 2.5 years ago. He takes a look at the opportunity, a little bit back and forth, gets started. And since then, I've never met him before this opportunity. We've become good friends and business partners, as well as many other people here as well. And now, I am proud to say that today, my good friend Yosef Ben-Zev became an executive consultant. I'm just so proud of Yosef. It's just been such a blessing to work with this person. And through him, we have over 400 consultants in the great state of Illinois. Well, I don't know how great it is, but state of Illinois. So, thousands of customers, work in the business very, very part-time. And guys, this is just the beginning. Now the excessive cash kicks in for Yosef. And I just want to take this opportunity just to pin him. Okay? The pin is on the man. We got this here. Yosef Ben-Zev, executive consultant. On his experience.
Okay, so about 2.5 years ago, as Shimon was saying, this guy Mendy calls me up from Canada. Didn't really know him, and sent me a video by email. Didn't even look at it. I was too busy with my real estate business. I'm a full-time realtor. So finally, like a few weeks later, he actually flew to Chicago to visit his parents. So he called me up and he said, "Okay, we're gonna have a meeting downtown. Maybe you want to come with me?" I'm like, "I'm not sure. I don't know if I want to go." Say, "Okay, call me right before you're going. I'm not going to drive there. Maybe I'll get a ride with you." So he calls me. I'm looking at a house in West Rogers Park to take a listing, and say, "Okay, I'll go with you." So I went downtown. There's about 1,000 people there. They just opened up electricity in Illinois. Very impressive. I met the co-founders of the company. Still wasn't convinced. It took a little more convincing, a little talking to Shimon on the phone. I decided, you know what, $429. I just spent about $429 on real estate ad. I don't think it did anything. You know what, I'm just curious, I want to see if this works. So I got started, along with help from Shimon, with Mendy, with other people in this room. Just very slowly, just, working the business, a few hours a week. In the beginning, I was the summer, I had a little more time. Maybe I spent 10 hours a week just to get things rolling. And thank God, my first senior consultant, in order to get promoted to executive consultant, you need to have 5 senior consultants. So my first senior consultant was a good friend of mine. His name is Brian Weinstein. He's a nurse practitioner. He worked the business very, very part-time. I think he maybe went to one meeting in his whole career so far, and just by working part-time over a year, he became a senior consultant. Then the next senior consultant I got was someone that he introduced me to, this gentleman. His name is Jerry Ibarra. He actually lives in the state of Florida now, but before he moved, he actually got promoted. He's also a nurse. That's a clue. You know, healthcare professionals, they're overworked, underpaid, good people to speak to. Third person was actually my dad in New Jersey. He got really excited about the business. He didn't really need the money, but he wanted to help me out. The fourth person was a guy Michael Shapiro. Michael actually moved to Florida about a few consultants shy of senior consultant, and he's been working it very, very part-time. He has a corporate job. He flies all over the country. I think last night he was in Denver. Very, very part-time, so he got there. And my last consultant is very interesting. This guy is about 5 levels under me. What happened was the nurse practitioner that I signed up, he signed up his brother in Deerfield. His brother had a friend in Kansas City. He calls him up about the business. The guy says, no, I'm not interested, but you should speak to my dad. My dad is in New Jersey. He might be interested. So he spoke to his dad in New Jersey, and his dad was very excited, and he got started. And over the last year and a half, I've been working very, very closely with him. And today, he got promoted and helped me get promoted to executive consultant. I also, the last thing I want to say is that one of the things that really, really helped me in the business was having an accountability partner. Shia Goldmeyer is taking the video right now. We have been speaking the last year, probably 3 times a day, just helping motivate each other, talking, to each other through issues, through, goods and bads, everything, in the business. And, that motivation of staying connected in the business really helped me get to this day. So I want to thank Shai also. Thank you, everyone.
All right, guys, that's great news. I'm very